Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that we do on Sunday night in which we come together as a channel, as a comic book community, and spend some time talking about news and current events. And as part of this show, I give away a slab or two from our friends over at Go Collect. I provide you with a preview of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel, both in the form of the videos as well as the blog post and the podcast. And then I also show you the book that is going to be given away. And above all else, we always have a good time. And I definitely want to thank everyone that is giving up a little bit of their Sunday night to hang out here with the Giving Gang and all the comic book soldiers from the top, because this is vitally important. I want to let people know that this book is now available to the third place person. This book has not been claimed for 2 weeks and now falls to the third place person. I had to go back and find the video in which we were giving away this book. I had to look for it in the archives, and here is the screenshot from the live stream that was done a couple of weeks ago. Hank Yee, you, sir, now have 1 week in order to actually claim your prize of this fantastic copy of Spawn, issue number 1. A 9.4 newsstand with white pages. Hank Yee, you, sir, are the winner of this book. Please send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com with your screen name, your government name, which may be the same thing, your mailing address, and I will bundle this awesome book up and send it over to you. If Hank Yee fails to claim the book, Steve White, I'm looking at you. Get ready. You have to wait for the Sunday show to know whether the book is still available, or you follow me on Instagram and sometimes I post it up there. But Hank Yee, you, sir, have 1 week to claim this book. Please claim this book, Hank Yee, because I want it off my desk. And a little bit later today, we're going to be giving away this book right here, this Batman Beyond origin issue. The promo version is a 9.4 with white pages. We'll be giving that away. And then I'll also be previewing for you guys the book that is going to be given away this upcoming week. Huge shout out to Go Collect for putting us in a position to be able to give away these awesome books every single week for, what is it, like 115 weeks or something like that. Last time I checked, we were over $20,000 in giveaways, sponsored all by Go Collect. One of the other things I want to mention to you is that if you are interested in checking out the platform, that Go Collect platform that is for pricing, there is a discount code on my website, RegieCollects.com. You can get 30 days free access to check it out, kick the tire, see if it's something you're interested in, or you can use it for 30 days, look up all your books, buy some stuff, and then not continue. That's on you. How you want to handle it is on you. Let me say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here this evening. I want to scroll up real quick, give a shout out to those. Quest Dog is in the house. Vinny is here. How you doing, brother? The Russian Bear is in the house. It's good to see you, my friend. Chuck is here. Vox is in here. Mark Andrews. I absolutely love this guy. I love this guy right here. Mark Andrews. He posts up some substantive comments on videos that get posted on like the Go Collect when I do their weekly recap. He always has a perspective that I appreciate. Even if we don't see eye to eye, more often than not, I think we do see eye to eye, but his comments on videos are substantive, and I definitely appreciate you, Mark, tuning in every single week, every single time I release one of those videos over there on Go Collect. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. DB is in the house. Speaking of just supportive, this guy right here, Doug Bratton is on. This guy right here, he's on deck right now. We are approaching the end of this month. He has already sent me blog posts for May. We release one blog post every single week from Doug on RegieCollects.com. Shout out to you, brother. I definitely appreciate you. My man, super talented Randy Resnick is in the house. Always good to see you. Alan is in here, one of the Blue Wrenches. Thank you, brother, for welcoming folks into the chat. Matt's in here. 2021 New Age Investments. It is always good to see you, my friend. Joe, how you doing? Another Blue Wrench, Matt Woods, how you doing? Steve White, are you the third on the list, Steve White? Are you, no, you're fourth on the list. Man, if Hank Yee fails to claim it, Steve, I'm looking at you. I'm literally looking at you right now, Steve. You are on deck, my friend. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Scrolling down through the comments. Again, shout out to everybody that is joining me here for this live stream. I definitely appreciate it. The first thing that I want to talk about is the thumbnail and the topic of this live stream. Chris Bigger, no, I did not lie, Chris Bigger. I read your comment. No, sir, I did not lie. But what I do want to do is I want to share my screen with you. Then I want to talk about the topic here. So I want to show this screen right here. And what you guys are looking at here are the upcoming DC Comics July 2021 Solicitations. These are the comics that are going to be coming out from DC. Make sure you guys can see that, and you can. Okay, so the solicitations for DC were late. I think they're maybe a week late or something like that. But you can see here, Superman book that's going to be dropping. And pardon, this page is not rendering all that well. I don't quite know why that is, but you can see some of the details here related to that Superman book. There's Superman in the Authority issue #1. There's a reboot, or a new title, I should say. You can see who's going to be working on that one. Hopefully, Grant Morrison is actually going to be doing some of the work on this one. Scrolling down, there's an Action Comics 1033. Really awesome artwork there. You can see all different types of Superman. I'm guessing from different dimensions, possibly. You can see who's going to be working on that one. Scrolling down, I'm really excited about this one. This is Static Season 1, Issue #1. If you recall from some of the previous live streams, DC actually pushed back the release of this book to coincide with the digital release. So they wanted to make sure by popular demand and request that the digital and the print were released at the same time. And so Static is going to be coming out. What's cool about this cover that we were just looking at there, it's actually done by Kari Randolph. Kari is one of the guys that is the co-creators of Excellence. So pretty cool right there. Static Season 1, Season 2. I'm sorry, Issue 1, Issue 2 are going to be dropping. Here is Icon and Rocket Season 1, Issue #1 that's also going to be dropping. Definitely excited about that. Now, you might be wondering why it is that I'm spending time right at the top of the show talking about solicitations for July. And we haven't even really gotten that deep into this list. This is a very, very long list of solicitations that are available on newsarama.com. The reason why I am taking some time to go through this lengthy list of books that are going to be coming out from DC in July is because there have been people out there in the community that are making things up. They are making things up about DC Comics, and I haven't fully addressed it because I've been waiting for the June and July solicitations to be released before I actually spoke on some of this stuff. And I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, but what I will tell you, and many of you that are DC fans out there probably know that there are lots of rumors right now, and have been for a while, about DC going out of business in June. That has been one of the biggest rumors, is that DC is going to shut everything down in June, that they have laid off all the creators, all the writers, all the artists have all been laid off. There have been rumors about them selling off individual characters. There have been rumors about them licensing everything out, that Jim Lee was going to leave DC Comics. At one point, Jim Lee was going to leave and license the characters and go start on his own. At one point, the guy that runs Diamond, one of the more recent things was that the guy that runs Diamond was going to buy DC Comics out, and he was going to produce DC Comics. There have been so many different rumors about DC Comics, and I don't think that any of them are true. I don't think that any of them are true. The biggest one, again, was that DC was going to be shutting down in June. And it, not a week goes by that I don't get a message from somebody saying, they're late with their books. something must be going on. I heard a rumor that DC is going to be shutting down. I heard a rumor that this thing was going to happen. I heard a rumor that this artist and his wife were going to buy this character and they were going to self-publish it through Kickstarter. I heard fans were raising money in order to buy DC Comics out in the buy circuit. There are so many. This is a gorgeous cover, by the way. This is the Huntress. Gorgeous cover. So many different rumors, and I don't think that any of them are true. And the challenge is that the things that people make up are fun for people to listen to. And then there are some that don't really believe it. Then there's some that really do believe it. And in my mind, when people make things up for the purpose of views, that causes angst unnecessarily. And we have to remember that you know, DC is owned by a very large company with very deep pockets. The reality is that a YouTuber probably isn't going to break news that DC Comics is shutting down before that information is provided to shareholders in some form or fashion. The board of directors, the officers of the parent company for DC have a fiduciary responsibility that they're not just going to willy-nilly just be leaking all kinds of information about deals that are taking place. These types of things, one, take time, two, have to be disclosed in a proper fashion. And the idea that a YouTuber is breaking that news about DC Comics shutting down and or selling itself, I struggle. I can't even say it. Look, did you see that? I tried to like say it and it got stuck. That's how much I struggle with this. So I've been waiting for months. To put up this thumbnail to be like, they lied, because there are some that I think might be having fun with it. I think some might just be doing it for the purpose of views. I think some are just lying, you know, and that this is my perspective. And this is the kind of stuff in my mind that is a little detrimental because it's just not true. It's just not true from everything that I've seen. And maybe next week there will be an announcement. Maybe next week there'll be an announcement that DC is like, yep, we're going to shut this thing down. Jim Lee is going to take all of these assets and he's just going to go out and he's going to publish stuff. Diamond has lost DC and Marvel, but Diamond is going to rally and they're going to buy DC and they're going to start publishing and distributing books. I mean, like maybe next week, all of this stuff will come true. Maybe next week, all of this stuff will come true and I will sit here on camera and just be like, you know, I messed up. I messed up. Let me go back to the thing here. Oh my goodness, brother. I've been holding this one for such a long time. I've been holding this one for such a long time that I finally had to speak on it. Like I've in my head written written videos several times and been like, I can't do that. I have to wait, you know? So I had to release it. What was the new word that you learned, brother? What was the new word? What did I say? There's things that just fall out of my mouth that I don't even catch. What is this? You guys are hilarious. Almighty Liger King says I'm in denial. PJ, I see you, brother. There we go. I don't know. Fiduciary. Oh man, I like words, brother. I can't spell them. Don't ask me to spell them. And my handwriting is awful, but I do like some words. Fiduciary responsibility. I do like it. So again, I am of the opinion that DC is not firing on all cylinders, right? I do not think that they are firing on all cylinders. I think that they have a lot of things that they probably need to address, clean up, straighten out, so that they can be the publisher that we want them to be. You know what I'm saying? But I really personally do not see them shutting down. So is this your new place? This is not. We are still in California at the moment. We hear there. Thank you. Tina's on it. Tina's like, check it out. We are still here in California. We have about 20 some odd days left here in California before we depart. I'm still working out a couple of things with the new house. Some transactions are smoother than others. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes well, never mind. Some transactions are easier than others, but we are still here, and hopefully by the first part of June, we will be at the new place. Now, when they say DC has changed the distributors, got to believe those rumors. That's a fact. That's a fact. DC for sale, says Michael, scrolling through. What is this? You can, yeah, exactly. That is true. It's, you know, the thing about it is that, again, you know, if anybody has been in the corporate world, you know that there's a certain process for these things. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain process. And a lot of times, again, your board of directors and your officers and even your directors, for that matter, of which I am like one, we have certain things that we just can't disclose. Like we can't just willy-nilly tell people all kinds of stuff, you know, because there's paperwork you sign. There's paperwork you sign that prevents a lot of that kind of stuff. No, we are not. We are not. We are bouncing. We are headed to North Carolina very soon. Let me see. Who is that? Omega says, I think DC is setting up and testing the waters with new characters and what is being accepted by the community. You know, I think they should always be in the process of experimentation and just exploration. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably agree with that. I would probably agree with that. You know, they just need to, in so many different ways, make better decisions. You know, I think they just need to make better decisions. And again, I'm an outside guy saying this. I'm certain that it's not as easy as I'm saying it, right? Because it's always easy when you're on the outside evaluating someone else's stuff. Just do this. Somebody told me, you know, I put up this post and I was like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, reach a certain number of subscribers with the channel. My goal was like 21,000 for this year. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to get there. Right. And somebody commented, you know, my buddy built up his channel from 0 to whatever number. All you have to do is to create content that doesn't exist anywhere else. And I'm like, wow, why didn't I think of that? It's always easier to say it than it is to actually do it and create it. Right. But my hope is that DC does get themselves on track across all fronts, right? Across all fronts in terms of the content that's getting created, the quality of the books, the distribution of the books, you know, the movies, the TV shows. I want them to just get it all right. Just start sorting it out, because I think we will all benefit from that stuff. My man Neo was in the house. If you guys missed the live stream that I did with Neo, I definitely want to encourage you guys to go back and watch it. It was the one about record-breaking prices for comics. Basically, Neo, Rob, is a sports car trading card guy that has segued into comics as he's, you know, trying to relive parts of his youth. We had a wonderful conversation the other day talking about what is happening with card collectors coming over into the comic book community. That video, that live stream, that interview has been extremely well received. There's a lot of people that are still watching that video, like a few dozen people every hour since we did that live stream, which I think is a very good thing. Lots of comments, lots of DMs from folks about that one. So Rob, again, thank you, brother, for coming on the show and hanging out with me a little bit. We'll have to look for an excuse to get you back on so we can chop it up a little bit more. So scrolling through, no, man, Reggie, one last garage guy. No, man, we're done. We're done, brother. I tell you, my garage is like a hot mess right now. It really is a hot mess. We have a guy that's going to be coming here to the house to like pack stuff, and the garage space is going to be like part gym and part packed, and that it's a mess. It's a mess. We're getting there. We're getting ourselves out of here. Very soon we're going to be out of here. What is this? How about those cutting boards? I ordered myself one. They're great. They're sitting back there, man. Cutting boards are back there. The Regie collects cutting boards. What is this? Well, another reboot. Scrolling through some of the comments here. I think I'm all caught up. Wait a minute. I'm a comic and card guy, but I've always been both. Yeah, that was one of the things that we talked about, Chris, during the live stream. You know, it's one of those things where, like, we always want to say it's the speculators or it's the investors or it's the collectors or it's the card guys that are doing it. The reality, and we've spoken about this on the channel a lot, we are not just one thing, right? We are fathers, we are husbands, we are wives, we are professionals, we are comic book collectors, we are many things all at once. And so, before we say it's card guys that are doing it, we also have to recognize that some of the card guys are actually comic guys as well and have been for a very long time. As I tell people all the time, I personally can only have one vice at a time. I cannot handle multiple vices. So I just have the one. I collect floppies. That's pretty much it. Let's go. We will do GarageCon. We will do GarageCon at the new place. We'll have to sort out the timing of it with some things that I'm actually trying to do, which is to build another garage to accommodate like the collection. This house didn't have, well, it has a garage and it has a big garage, but it's not a big enough garage to accommodate the cars and the collection. So I'm going to try to build something. I'll sort it out. It might be GarageCon a la a tent in the yard. It might be a tent in the yard, but we'll come together. We'll do something in North Carolina. When to be determined. To be determined. Definitely stay tuned to the channel because we're going to do some cool stuff. So for those that are coming in a little bit late, I spent the first part of this live stream talking about a lot of the rumors that are out there that are being propagated by people regarding the demise of DC Comics. And I personally do not believe that DC Comics is going to close its doors. I believe that they are challenged. I have a lot of hope that they will be able to overcome the challenges that they face and will be here long term. But I do not necessarily see this organization shuttering. And so we spent some time looking at all of the solicitations that DC has released for July. And I did that purposefully because people were saying that DC was going to shut down in June. And they might still shut down in June. It would be crazy because when you look at the number of solicitations that they are going to be releasing come July, it's a very, very long list. And in order to have those books ready for July, you probably have already done some contracting and probably had some people do some work potentially on some of those books already in order to actually get them ready for July. So I struggle with this idea that they're going to have solicitations for May, June, July, and be doing work for those months, and then are suddenly going to shut down. I struggle with that. All right. So hopefully that helps. I wanted to make sure that I covered off on that one. And again, some wonderful covers and comics that are going to be coming out from DC in the month of July. Definitely want to encourage you guys to check that out. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the fantastic Falcon and Winter Soldier. And there are spoilers ahead. If you missed Falcon and the Winter Soldier, treat yourself. Treat yourself if you have not seen the show. Be forewarned. Be forewarned. Close your ears and your eyes. Hide your children because we are about to release some spoilers. I am thoroughly excited about this show. This show, to me, it was really well done. I was excited about it before I ever saw an episode. It was that trailer that we saw that I was like, this is going to be pretty good. It might be kind of funny. It was more than what I imagined, right? And if you take a step back from this season, and this is some stuff I was actually supposed to talk about last week, but ran out of time. I think I was talking to Neo. This season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was really designed to help us accept Sam Wilson as Captain America. That's what this was about. This whole season was really about the trials and tribulations and the development of Sam to be able to take on the mantle of Captain America and to have us accept that transition. If you take a step back and think about it, that's basically what it was. The guy was like, I don't want to be Captain America. He gave it away. Then some bad stuff happened. He then steps in. He got his tail kicked. He ultimately emerged as a hero. He had his moment where he was like, I am a hero. I am Captain America. And we all were like, hey, Cap's here. You know what I'm saying? I shed several tears. I'll be completely honest with you. I thought that last episode was incredibly powerful. I thought it was incredibly powerful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And above all else, and you guys may agree with me on this one, above all else, I actually care about Sam Wilson and I care about Winter Soldier now like I never did before. I did not care about either one of these characters. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Now I'm going and reading all kinds of back issues. Now I'm digging into Captain America bins in the 100K collection because I'm enjoying Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And if you guys haven't checked out the blog post that we released this week by Doug on regiecollects.com, I definitely want to encourage you to check out that blog post because he talked about some things kind of sort of related to the show that you guys may want to check out. But this was a series that I thoroughly enjoyed. And to that point, Captain America 4 is reportedly in the works from Falcon and the Winter Soldier showrunner. So the guy, I think his name is Malcolm, the guy that wrote, Malcolm Spellman, the gentleman that wrote the TV show, is now going to be writing the Captain America 4. And of course, this one is going to be starring Sam Wilson as Captain America. Bucky is going to be back as the Winter Soldier. And then we're also probably going to have US Agent appear as well. I didn't see any details on when this thing is going to be released. My guess is that it's going to be somewhere down the road, as my page does not render here. But again, this is pretty cool, man. It's going to be pretty cool to see how this thing plays out with Falcon, with Winter Soldier, and with US Agent. Again, I've gone back and I've read a lot of these issues over the last couple of weeks that this show has been airing, Flag Smashers and all that other stuff. And I'm enjoying it. I really am. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this new movie will bring. The cool thing, and I think a lot of people know this, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was basically shot as a movie. It was shot as a movie and then broken up into individual episodes. And that's part of the reason why it felt so connected, was because, you know, each episode, if you will, still had its natural, like, you know, peak and ending and resolution, but it still fit together quite nicely, just like a movie. And so if Malcolm is writing the next movie, the Captain America 4 movie, I feel like he's going to do a pretty good job. There are no details on who the director of this thing will be, but definitely excited to see this next version of Captain America come to the screen. So let me go back to the chat real quick if I can work my buttons here. Let me see. I think US Agent is the first step in the Dark Avengers. Also think Contessa is going to be more like a Victoria Hand character. Norman Osborn rumored for No Way. You know, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, man. I mean, to me, it was pretty clear that there was more to come from those characters that we are going to see down the road from them. It'll be interesting to see how this actually plays out in the future. So we're going to see. I guess our US Agent books are going to go through the roof. maybe. I did sell a couple of Captain America books really soon. What is this? Elaine as Contessa. Will Kramer be Krang? No, he won't. The Krang has Kang the Conqueror has already been picked. He was picked, what, about a year ago? I think he was picked like a year ago. So Master Blaster, how you doing, brother? No shield for you. Scrolling through, brother. Yes, I'm telling you, I shed a tear. I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, I had on a pink face mask earlier today, so I feel very secure in my masculinity to say that I shed a tear, and I did not mind. I mean, I wiped it away pretty quickly. But this was good, man. The tribute to him was really incredible, and I thoroughly enjoyed the show. So, what is this? Yeah, aren't there a couple back there? There's a couple back there. Maybe not. Maybe one. Moving my head. Yeah, just one. There's a couple in the collection. So scrolling through some of the comments here, you know what I thought? When they walked into that area, what I thought we were going to see was the shredded Captain America costume that Bradley actually wore in the comic. I thought that that's what we were going to see, but the bronze statue was cool. The bronze statue was cool. I thought we were going to see just the tattered remains of his uniform, because if you read the comic, he actually donned the uniform of Captain America at one point. And so I thought that that's what that was going to be, but it was still pretty dope. It was still pretty dope for certain. Scrolling through the comments, what is it? I've given up guessing and speculating, and from now on, no, brother, no, you can't do that. You have to keep doing it, because that's like the fun of it. The fun of it is doing it and just being completely wrong and being okay with it, because, you know, we've gotten some things right as a community. We've gotten some things right, but it's one of those things when you literally throw, you know, every plate at the wall, something's going to stick. So I can't give us, you know, too much credit, right? Let me scroll through some of the comments here. Yes, it was. Monique, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Scrolling through, what is this? I'm getting back into comics and enjoying it. Do you have a video on starting to collect again? Yeah, so here's the thing, Eric. Literally almost every pre-recorded video is about where to start with comic book collecting. What I would encourage you to do is to send me a message. If you instant message me on Instagram, Regie Collects, or if you send me an email to reggie@regiecollects.com, I will hook you up with all kinds of playlists, but you got to give me some context for what you're describing, right? Because collecting is nothing more than going to the comic shop and buying something, right? That's collecting. Put it in a box. You have collected it. You have to give me some specificity as to what you're looking for, and I promise you I will respond with more videos than you would imagine. Because this channel here, Eric, is all about helping you to make sense of comic book collecting, regardless of whether you are newly returning, or a seasoned veteran. You can tell I practiced that, can't you? You can tell. All right, scrolling through. Yes, he did. You know, he is a big man. Physically, he's large, and he makes Anthony Mackie look pretty small. I think that's his name, the Falcon. I think he looks small in comparison to the actor that played Bradley, but he was a big man. He definitely was a big man. Scrolling through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. The tribute reminded me of Sully Two Kings video. Man, don't get me started on that amazing voice of Sully Two Kings. For, you know, they need to do it, man. You never know. You never know, brother. I was about to say something. Let me not preempt my own video. Southern Comic, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Scrolling down through some of the comments here. What's cool is that the Russian Bear has the cover right there to Truth, right there. And that book is sitting right here. Book is sitting just off the screen right there. I read that book for the first time probably 4 months ago, and kicking myself for not buying up those individual issues, because it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool read. I read it digitally. I own issue number 1, but I probably should have purchased more copies of that book. So wish they had some flashbacks. Series could have used, man, bro, I'm pretty fly. I would agree. It's one of those things, man, where you look at something like when they did the Luke Cage series, right? Supposed to be 8 episodes. They stretched it to 13. It was like a painful 13. With this one, it was a short season, but I'm like, man, you could have done a lot more. You know, the one thing that we don't know whether there's going to be a season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? My feeling is that just like WandaVision, it is going to be one and done. We're going to get 1 episode or 1 season, and then we're done, right? And I've said that for a while about WandaVision. I felt like WandaVision was only ever going to be 1 episode. I get the same feeling from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier was designed to accomplish one thing: to get us comfortable with Sam Wilson as Captain America. That has been accomplished. There are some people that are like, where's Steve? Not a whole lot, but there are people like, where's Steve? But I think we're all like okay with Sam now as Captain America. And so I think that they're going to now move on and bring him onto the MCU platform as Captain America. I don't think we're going to get another season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, as much as that saddens me, because it was a very good season. It really was. And we're going to see, like, there were so many cliffhangers. There were so many cliffhangers that were left as a result of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And it's going to be interesting to see where all those threads actually lead back into the MCU or possibly into other TV shows. My feeling is that it's going to be back to more movies versus TV shows, but we will see. Scrolling through, Silver Age Dave, how you doing, brother? What does he say? I'm starting push-up training tomorrow, so be ready. Oh, Silver Age Dave. It is always good to see you, my friend. What did I do? It was I did 31 push-ups in 30 seconds. I don't think anybody was ready to see that. I don't think people were ready to see those kinds of numbers. I may be dad bod, but you know, I still have a competitive streak in me. What's the next Disney release? Isn't it like June? I think it's like June, right? And I think it's the Loki series. There are others in here that are much more knowledgeable than I that probably have already typed it into to the comment section. So Steve White, what I was waiting for, bro, is that the guy that has Sam's wings actually goes on to be a hero. But I think they did some crazy stuff where they spliced him with an actual Falcon and he became like part animal. So I'm not going to speculate on that one, whether we're going to see something like that. So scrolling through some of the comments here, you guys, do you think they rushed the ending? Rushing the ending equal? Nah, I don't. That's not what I'm saying. That may be your point of view, Jeffrey, and I definitely don't want to dismiss that. I feel like the MCU does a very good job of putting cliffhangers and threads out there so that it keeps us interested and it keeps us engaged, because you never know where those threads are going to be pulled from or to. And I think that that's it more than anything else. Like Agent Carter now is back with Shield, and she's the power broker. Like, where's that going to go? U.S. Agent, the Contessa, where is that going? Like, there's so many cliffhangers purposefully that it's like, where are these things going to end up? That's what's going to keep us on, you know, where's Baron Zemo? Is Baron Zemo in jail still? Or is like, did the Wakandans do something with him? Like, what's going on? Is he on the raft? Like, is he going to break out? Like, a lot of different cliffhangers. And I'm definitely excited about that. I don't own any Loki books. I don't think that I own any Loki books. You guys are on it. Thank you guys for dropping all the knowledge right there. I don't know when Teen Titans is. I think Teen Titans is also like, is Teen Titans May? I feel like Teen Titans is May. Season 3 of Teen Titans. I found was it Donna Troy? I found a Donna Troy book in my collection earlier today. I was going through some boxes. So let me keep this thing moving, man. I'm getting myself bogged down, getting all excited talking to you people. Another announcement that I wanted to make, and you guys may have seen this one, so I'm not breaking any news here. There is a Masters of the Universe comic that is going to be coming. This comic actually will lead into the Netflix series that is going to be coming out. So let me pull up this article real quick. Masters of the Universe Netflix show gets a comic prequel from Kevin Smith and Dark Horse. And so I'm going to be honest with you, this artwork that I'm seeing, I am not feeling that at all. I don't know what's going on with He-Man's shoulder right there. Like, I don't know what that is. But I'm hoping that that's not the art that is inside. But before Netflix launches its Masters of the Universe animated series later this year, Dark Horse is releasing a 4-issue prequel comic that is co-written by Kevin Smith and a couple of other guys, Jay and Silent Bob. By Kevin Smith. Sorry, read that in the wrong order. Starting in July, the 4-issue series will set up storylines that lead directly into the plot of the Netflix show and set the stage for a future version of Masters of the Universe. So this is going to be dropping. Oh, I guess it is. Mike Mignola is going to be working on it. That's a cover that Mike Mignola is actually going to be doing. So this thing's going to be coming out. It's going to be a 4-issue limited series. It's going to lead into the show. There you go. There's the cover right there. Not feeling the cover, being completely honest. But that's just personal preference right there. Nothing against Mike. Nothing against him. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that when I was actually looking at some Masters of the Universe comics earlier today. So when I saw this news article, I was like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Masters of the Universe. So I don't know if anybody's excited about this. Oh, so Randy's a talented artist. So if he says it, I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. I can't be too off. He-Man. Oh no, he did. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys are going in. You guys are going in hard. You guys are going in hard. You know, clearly He-Man has aged. He has aged. He is not master of the universe. You guys are hilarious. All right. And then I just reacted to what I saw literally in that moment. Clearly I am not, I'm looking at it again. It's just, yeah. Let me take this off. All right. So let me keep this thing moving on. All right. So definitely, if you guys are enjoying the show, I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the thumbs up button, because it's all good for the algorithm. And certainly if you all are watching this and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do that, because it makes you eligible for the giveaway that I do every single week of a comic value somewhere between $150 and $200. So let me give you guys a rundown of some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. And I moved a couple of things around because this video, if I didn't release it, it was going to be old, right? So I wanted to go ahead and release this video. I am releasing a video tomorrow, and it is going to be on whether you should grade a comic or not. And it really doesn't matter whether it is a CGC, PGX, EGS, CBCS. It doesn't matter who you want to send it to. What I'm going to go through in this video is the methodology that I employ to evaluate whether a book should be sent in. Now, what prompted me to release it sooner rather than later was the fact that CGC just released their pricing, changes to their pricing. If you haven't seen those videos, go back and watch those. I live streamed 2 videos earlier this week about that. But I wanted to release it because right now CGC is like what's being talked about. So I wanted to follow that wave. So this video is going to be coming out, and you know what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking through the methodology. I'm going to be showing you some examples. I'm going to be talking about what it is that I do as I evaluate whether a book should be sent in or not. To the question that Eric asked me earlier about kind of sort of where to start when it comes to being back in the hobby. One of the things is around slabbing books. That is like a new thing. If you've been away from the hobby, slabbing is the thing now. There is a whole process for it. I have tons of videos that walk you through the entire process, but this is a video for new folks that they can leverage. Experienced folks can leverage it as well. If you've never sent books in to be graded, I'm going to talk about like, should you do it or not, right? Because not every book should be slabbed. Let's be super clear about that, all right? Mylar and poly bags are just fine for a lot of comics. You do not have to grade. And if you grade, then you have choices as to who you go with. So let's be super clear about that too, all right? I'm also going to be doing a big stack. I have a big stack of books I'll be showing you guys, and then I'll also be doing a haul. This was like a big haul week. I tell you, I have cut back on my spending. I have mostly cut back on my spending, but those are the videos that are going to be coming out from the channel this week. I'm also going to be doing comics today on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So hopefully you guys will join me for that. There will be a podcast and also a blog post that are going to be released on Monday for the podcast, and then Wednesday for the blog post. And as I say that, I need to check to make sure that I do have a podcast that is teed up to be released via Patreon tomorrow. Shout out to all the new Patreon members. There have been a lot of people that have actually joined Patreon over the last like week or so. I want to thank everyone new and existing Patreon members for continuing to support the channel. So those are some of the videos that are going to be coming out, and some of the content that is also going to be released from the channel. Don't slab everything. First of all, don't slab everything. Okay. Don't do that. I've done it. I still have some books that are completely worthless in my collection. And by worthless, I mean, it costs more to slab them than they're worth. And so he is just kidding about that. He is having some fun. I definitely respect it. I'm about to send out some books before those prices change, all mega keys that I've been sitting on. So again, if you guys haven't heard, CGC raised its pricing If you watch the videos that I released last week, I go through everything that has changed in a lot of detail. I will walk you through the pros and cons of some of the stuff, some of the changes and stuff like that. And then if you do decide to go ahead and get a membership, if you don't already have one, there is a link in the description of every single video, an affiliate link. Click that link, or at least think about clicking that link before you go ahead and sign up. CGC gives me a couple of bucks. Technically, they don't give me money. Technically, I get a credit, and that credit goes to grading books that end up being shown in videos. So it's like a big circle. It's like a big circle. Help me, help you, help me, help us. All right. Scrolling through, I think somebody said, oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Keep them wrong, read them. You know, there's a thing called digital. There's a thing called digital where you can still read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There are a lot of people that, you know, that are like, don't slab your comics. I think that people should do whatever it is that makes sense for them. And I'll be completely honest. I have a lot of expensive comics. I never thumb through my comics. I never thumb through them, right? Because they're expensive comics. So I read them digitally. But the vast majority of them, I don't have to read them again because I actually have a pretty good memory and can remember by looking at the cover what a book is about. So I don't even need to necessarily do that. But again, everybody has to do what makes sense for them. So you guys are hilarious. You guys are, don't give away the details. We need people to watch the videos. Don't give away the details. Don't do that. All these wonderful details you're just giving away for free up in here. No, there's wonderful stuff you're putting up there. Thank you, brother, for continuing to do that. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know that CGC will introduce a treasury slab. I don't know if there's enough money in it, right? Because, and I say that because if you think about it, what's the value? What's the value? What's the value of most treasuries? I don't know that there's a crazy amount of money associated with treasuries to warrant the research and development into a slab that big to accommodate a treasury. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't personally collect treasuries. But you may know a little bit more than I, Milt. You guys are hilarious tonight. People are on a roll. All right, let's go ahead and give away a cool slab. And did I just close my window? Nope. All right, I'm good. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys. Actually, we're going to roll the dice. We're going to roll the dice first, and then we are going to show the list of individuals. We have rolled 6. We have rolled 6. So let me go ahead and take that off the screen. We're going to go ahead and look at our list of names of all those people that were able to successfully find the video in which I embedded a phrase. They were then able to find the community tab. Make this a little bit larger, find the community tab, and they were able to plug into, they were able to click a link on the community tab, head over to MailChimp. Once there, they were able to actually plug in 3 pieces of information. One of them was a phrase that would have been embedded in a pre-recorded video that was released last week. I can't remember what the phrase was off the top of my head. Actually, it was the title of the book. Batman Beyond was the title, was the phrase for this week. So these are the folks that were able to successfully accomplish that. This is actually a pretty long list of people. I want to say we broke about 400 people this week, which is, I think, a record. I could be wrong. I'm certain that Lee Atkins will correct me if I am incorrect about that. But it was a pretty long list of people. We did, however, have a number of people that entered multiple times. I want to say that there were at least 3 different instances where someone entered multiple times. One person entered as many as 3 times. All of those entries, all of those duplicate entries were actually thrown out because the rules say that you can only enter 1 person per household into the contest. So if you did not see your name, why don't I have internet? I just saw that. So these are all the folks that were able to, like I said, successfully find the video, find the link, and make some magic happen. So we're going to go ahead and randomize this thing a total of 6 times. We're going to go ahead and give away this really awesome book. And there's a little bit of delay in my feed here, so you guys bear with me. There were 428 people. That's a lot. So here's the second randomization. Scrolling down, here is the third. Scrolling down, here's the 4th. This is 5. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway of a Batman Beyond Origin issue is, that took me a little bit longer, is Ramon. Ramon, you, sir, are the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway, followed by Stormbreaker, Comic Collector Geek, Jim Ford, R.U. George, and Brandon Keefe. That's the top 6. Again, Ramon, you have 1 week, sir, to send me an email to Regie at regiecollects.com to claim your book, a 9.4 Batman Beyond Origin issue. When you send me that email to Regie at regiecollects.com, you have to give me your screen name and government name, which might be the same thing, along with your full mailing address so that I can get this book bundled up and sent out to you in a timely fashion. I will tell you guys, I went shopping earlier today. With some of Go Collect's money. I picked up locally a bunch of books to give away for the month of May. There are some good books that are inbound right now that I'm pretty excited about. I bought these locally from a comic shop in Los Gatos, which is about 45 minutes away from me. I was too lazy to drive down, so I negotiated the whole deal via instant messenger on Instagram, and the books will hopefully be mailed out on Monday to come to me so that I can give them to you. But with that said, this next week's book, I think, is a cool one. I originally received a copy of this book as a A-OK from somebody. I don't know if it's a 9.8, but that's neither here nor there. This is the book right here. It is Secret War, issue number 2, a 9.8 with white pages. This is the first appearance of Quake. Really, really nice book featuring my man Wolverine right there. This book is going to be made available to one of you lucky folks this week. All you have to do, again, is to watch the videos that come out from the channel. And in one of those videos is going to be a phrase that has been embedded. You find that phrase, you head to the community tab, and then you click the link. You go to MailChimp and you're entered to the drawing. Sorry, I had to unfreeze my screen. My chat was locked up. So relatively straightforward process. If you do not know how to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is to watch the video that is on the channel. If you search for Regie Collects Go Collect giveaway, there is a video that walks you through the process. If you comment on the video that, you know, the phrase or whatever it is, if you comment on the community tab, that is not how you enter the giveaway. You have to go to the community tab. You have to click the link and go to MailChimp and plug in 3 pieces of information. That is the way that it works. All right, let me scroll through. Wow, wish I didn't sell that for 20 bucks 6 months ago. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now that a lot of people, yeah, it's like Fight Club. A lot of people are talking about that prices are going up. A lot of people regretting books that they've sold and things like that. I definitely get it. I definitely get it, because prices continue to go up. It's tough. It is a really tough thing when prices go up after you've sold something. That's why I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of, if I sell it, I just don't look at pricing anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is a classic phrase. This is a classic phrase. Clyde, thank you for reminding me of that, brother. If it slabs, if it moves, I slab it. I think that was what I said once upon a time. Just strange stuff comes out of my mouth that you guys play back for me. So I definitely appreciate that. Good night, my man Joe. It is always good to see you, brother. All right. So I am going to wrap this up, man. I thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with you guys for a little while here. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. And if you did, I definitely want to encourage you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because it is good for the algorithm. As always, if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.